an idea for our intro of right now. However, I have something pressing that has just come up. What do you mean you don't like the feel of squishing spiders? You don't feel anything.
You feel it, you hear it. It's terrible.
You're not stomping like potato-sized spiders.
I might be. I don't want to be anywhere near my hand anywhere near the spider. It freaks
you don't
me
need
out.
to. You just drop a book on them or something, or a shoe.
Surely not.
Surely the shoe creates like banging noise, creates a louder noise than any splat of a spider.
No.
You're doing it wrong then.
I was like, yeah, just drop the shoe. You need some force.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like with a book, obviously you could just drop it, but with a shoe, you got to hit it. So any noise of the impact, that's going to be louder than the squish. And how are you missing spiders with a can of Raid?
Well, no, with the can of Raid. That's why I got the can of Raid. I was missing them with the shoes and the books and such. Sometimes they're like sitting on something that's like in a corner, basically. And so it's hard to smack.
That's fair. I'll allow that.
Sometimes they're up high. I'm quite short.
You are quite short. That is true. All right, I'll allow this. I don't condone the feel of the spiders or whatever, but the rest of it I'll allow.
Wow.
Welcome. No, you hush. I'm doing the intro now. Welcome, everybody, to episode 66 of You're Ridiculous.
Whoa.
My name is Luke. I'm one of your hosts. And with me, as always, is your other lovely host, Wolf.
That's me. Or is it?
Last week, we talked about the Crunchyroll Awards.
We sure did. They were lame.
They sure were. This week, though, we're going to be talking about something much less lame.
Yeah.
In episodes 7, 8, and 9 of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
The final episodes of the season 1.
And what episodes they were.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with episode 7.
Episode 7, Left Behind.
Yeah.
You hop right into a flashback with this one.
Yeah, well, this was all flashback, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. We open on Joel. He's not doing great. Ellie's like, stop dying, Joel.
Yeah.
And he's like, go to, he's giving her the direct, go to Tommy, leave me, etc., etc. And she starts to do that, changes her mind, and the flashback starts.
Yeah, she had an epiphany.
Yeah.
A reminder of what happened last time she left somebody behind.
She's like, no.
Yeah, and we finally get to meet Riley.
What does Riley say? Let's stick around until we go crazy together.
Let's be all poetic and shit and lose our minds together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we meet Riley, and we kind of know something I thought was interesting about this episode was we know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Like we know what ultimately will happen to Riley and what will happen to Ellie in this episode. We don't really know how it's going to happen, but we know, like Ellie's already told us that shit went down in the mall. Yeah,
there will be no Riley. Someone was shot by Ellie, and now it's just Ellie.
And so now we can also, after watching it, know who was shot.
Yeah.
If it wasn't obvious before.
Yeah, they don't show it, but it's clear.
Right. You know, Riley starts to turn after getting bitten. Ellie does not, which I'm sure confused the hell out of Ellie.
Oh, yeah.
Although I guess some people, like, it, you know, they take to the cordyceps differently.
Yeah, there's like a time loop. They both got bit on, like, their wrist/hand.
Right. But other people have said, like, it could take, like, a couple hours or it could take 2 days or whatever.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah.
How well your body's resisting it.
Right. So maybe Ellie just thought that would happen and then she would go next. However, I am surprised that nothing was unsurprising in this episode. I thought they would throw some twist into it.
Oh.
You know, like
be more.
I thought there'd be more. No, I'm not complaining at all. It's just me, you know, predicting things going forward as I'm watching it or whatever. I thought there was going to be a twist to it, and there really wasn't, which I was okay with.
Yeah.
But it was surprising. Did you play far enough to get to this Riley scene in the game?
Did not.
Okay. What did you think of Riley?
Riley's neat.
Yeah.
I saw her. I thought she was someone I knew and I had to look her up.
I thought she was Zendaya?
Yeah.
I literally, the whole episode, thought this was like Zendaya's younger sister.
Her twin, her younger twin.
Oh my god, it really was. It was like some Zendaya doppelganger.
I thought the whole thing was real cute. I did see some clips of it from the game, and some of the moments in the game are like kind of awkward, all things considered. It's like they didn't know how to animate a bunch of teenagers.
They are 14.
It was too awkward.
Oh, well, fair enough. Wait,
it was uncanny. That's the word.
Oh, yeah. Is the kiss in the game?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was something they added in.
Yeah, yeah. Part of the
Obviously,
game.
having not played the game. I meant to watch some of the scene for the mall, but I forgot. So, interesting. Yeah. I was wondering if that was added to the show later, or based on like the characters or whatever and the actresses, or if it was part of the game from the beginning.
Yeah, they were always romances.
Romantical.
Rah, 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 Ellie and Riley. No!
Lady Gaga, sponsor us.
If only.
What were we saying, Riley?
Yeah, Riley. Riley shows what's her face, Ellie, the wonders of the mall. I loved her reaction to the escalator. Escalators.
That was really good. And she almost fell on them.
Yeah, she's juiced from just an escalator.
I like that they barely knew what a photo booth was. Like, it makes sense, but it's just funny.
Yeah, they get into it and they're caught off guard.
Yeah, they're like, what do we do? And they realize it's like taking pictures.
Yeah.
That was really good. And now it doesn't even work.
Yeah, barely visible. What a shame.
Like most photo booths currently in existence.
I used one once in like high school. Those came out nice.
That's fair. I have used them, but it's been a long time.
I bet they're all shit now.
Too expensive.
Honestly.
Can we talk about $5 for like 3 photos?
I know, right?
They got scammed. I mean,
and they only got one copy too.
Yeah, it's true.
Usually it spits out at least 2.
Yeah. I think it's weird that there weren't more infected in the mall.
You think so?
Well, because they said they trapped the mall off for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
And so what happened to the mall? Where'd they go?
I mean, I guess a lack of food. They just left.
Right. Except for that one dude.
Yeah.
Also, how, if Riley's been staying there so long, how did that dude not wake up the first time?
Maybe she was quiet. I mean, it is just her.
I suppose. That's fair.
Because I was in the city way back in episode 2. All the ones that are just like laying down, they were pretty, like, I guess I'll call it deep sleepers.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I'll believe that, I guess. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Although if there were more of them, they certainly would not have been able to take them.
Oh, absolutely. They barely took the one.
I know. Can infected like just straight up kill you? Or is that not their goal?
Well, it's not their goal, but they can. Like the bloater does that.
Oh yeah, I guess Perry did get wiped.
Eliminated, deleted.
Perry, spoiler for our coming question of the week, Perry would be a thigh guy because he'd want to get his head crushed in between them. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Any other thoughts on this? I mean, this episode was pretty simple. Oh, yeah. I guess we should talk about what are your thoughts? Actually, I already know your thoughts. But what are your thoughts, so the audience hears them, about people labeling this episode as filler?
They are stupid and wrong, and I'm tired of everyone misusing the word.
They should just really just like take it out of their vocabulary.
Yeah, I want to ban it from their vocabulary, erase it from their brains, and let them never use it again. Because they never use it right.
Never do.
And they always use it to make some kind of fake criticism. Like, oh, it's filler, is that why it's bad? And then, no, you're wrong, and you're stupid.
Yeah, the whole point was to show character development for Ellie and deciding to stay and save Joel.
Yeah.
Because if the infection didn't kill him, the infection would have killed him.
Yeah.
I was going to say the people from next episode would have, but that's, they wouldn't have found Joel in the time, so.
Like, if we were just watching, you just know they'd complain, like, oh, why did Ellie suddenly change her mind without the big flashback explaining why?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, why would Ellie stop there on the stairs? I don't get it.
Yeah, what was going on in her head? I can't believe we don't get to know.
Yeah, so I really liked it. Really good episode.
Yeah.
It was also, episodes like these are not so much always flashback, but episodes like these where they have something different than the main storyline are really important for breakage.
Yeah.
You don't want to overload your viewers all the time. Even shows like Mandalorian or Breaking Bad or like Game of Thrones have side stories that develop over time to give the viewers a break from the main plotline, and I think those are important.
Yeah, because we are not playing a video game anymore.
Right, we're yeah. So stuff like episodes like this are important. So really good.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 for me.
Same. Oh, beat me to it.
Really good. I liked it. It was fun. Next episode. Oh, next episode.
8, When We Are in Need.
Yeah, what did you think of this?
Oh my god, what a roller coaster. Without jumping too deep into it, we leave the flashback. And we get right back to Ellie changing her mind, and she's like, she's gonna save Joel. She stitches him up, because he's still got a big hole in him. She stitches him up.
I was watching that, by the way, and I was visibly cringing because she didn't sterilize the needle. And I'm like, and she didn't even make it hot either. She didn't like heat it up. Obviously, she didn't really have a way to heat it up. But
that's why I got infected.
Surely. She's pulling like 20-year-old twine through Joel's intestines.
Didn't even rinse it off.
God. Gross. Anyways, go ahead. Stitches him up.
Stitches him up. He's not doing great, but he's not dying anymore. Mostly. He's dying slowly.
Well, yeah, he's not bleeding out. He's not bleeding out, which is very important to stop.
Yeah, now he's dying of infection.
Right.
I guess it's been like at least a day, but probably like 2 or 3. Because they were out of food. And
probably 2 or 3.
Presumably low on water.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes out and goes to get some food.
Yeah, goes hunting, takes the rifle.
Finds herself a deer.
The horse, though. Yeah, why didn't they just cut up the horse?
Well, that's their like transportation.
I know.
The horse is precious.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, shoots the deer. By the way, it was like a pretty solid shot.
It.
Yeah, all that training with Joel really paid off. And then meets 2 new people from a town, or I guess resort in this case, a little ways over.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names.
Silver Lake
was the resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a religious community. They open on the guy, what's his name, Brian?
I'm trying to find it now.
Reading some Bible verses.
David and James are the 2 main guys.
I see. And yeah, this is where the Walking Dead sus parts came in. It wasn't the other town, it was this one. Where some nonsense is going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Which I thought the build-up for this was really good.
Yeah.
Because like, something shady is going down and you're not entirely sure what's happening. Although, if you're anything like me or Wolf, you probably could figure it out. Something shady was happening just by it being a religious town.
I know, right? Let's
be real. Oh, no, sorry. I'll amend that. An apocalyptic religious town.
No, yeah.
That's where the things go downhill.
Spoon fed it to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like little things. Because like first it's just like, oh, they're just a weird little religious cult. He does admit it's kind of a cult.
He does. But that's fair. I mean, like, him talking with Ellie, he was like truthful pretty much the whole show.
Yeah.
He never really tried to bamboozle Ellie or lie to her.
Yeah, he's just big, charismatic, and probably the most capable in there. Because you'll notice that a lot of his group is just women and children.
Yeah. Or idiots that just get fucked by a child.
I think there were like 5 or 6 guys total, because I think that was all the people that went like hunting for Ellie and Joel.
Five guys.
Yeah. And they're all dead. So that community's dead.
Ellie barters the elk she killed for some medicine. James, one of the guys, goes back and gets it, and David have a chat. Then they come back. Ellie runs off, and then David and James go back to the town. Decide what?
Wait, they reveal that Joel killed one of their guys.
Right, yeah. So it wasn't just in 2 episodes ago where Joel gets stabbed. That whole party wasn't just a random raiding party. It was 4 members of this resort.
Yeah.
This religious group.
God.
Right. And that's a really cool tie-in, I thought.
Yeah, and I'm so sick of these apocalypse people going like running in guns blazing and then acting surprised Pikachu face when one of them gets killed. Like, you guys attacked first.
Right, yeah. So the three of the members survived. One of them didn't. Was the one that Joel killed.
Yeah.
It is surprising that none of the three remaining guys, like, yeah, we were acting sus to him.
Yeah, we ran up behind Joel and tried to choke him out.
Right, especially when they're talking about religious forgiveness and all that. Like, come on.
Like, you guys absolutely instigated this on every level.
It always, it's hard to, like, really put into perspective how they're going through, but it always is surprising that how nobody in any sort of apocalyptic thing trusts each other.
Yeah.
Surely mutual benefit, like working towards mutual benefit, would just be the right option no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not really that simple, but, like, come on. Do we not have a brain cell among the group?
Clearly not.
We're always just going to kill the other one, and that's always going to cause problems.
It's always shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. And so the following day, after Ellie runs back with the medicine, Joel gets fixed up pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. She just ejects her right into him.
I like to, Joel, how do I do this? Joel, how the fuck do I do this? That was really good. But the interesting part was the group of 5 returned to the city. Ellie leads 3 of them off. Joel, in his weakened, stabbed, sewn up, stitched up state, kills, or well, really not kills, but captures 2 of them.
He kills 1, captures 2 more, and when one wakes up, he's like beating 1 to death. Yeah.
And goes completely like Rambo on them.
Oh, yeah.
Stabs him in the kneecap, torturing him a bit to get information, and then kills him, and then just immediately kills the other guy. He's like, don't worry, I believe your friend. Boom. And the other 2 guys kind of get like clowned on by Ellie.
Oh, absolutely.
That, like, for being only 14-year-old, these 2 guys are having a real hard time with her.
They're like falling for everything.
Yeah, but
guard constantly down.
As it was bound to happen, Ellie gets captured and taken back, and then that's kind of where she pieces it all together that they're eating people.
They ate the horse.
Well, that's not that surprising though. If it's dead, you'd probably eat the horse too.
I guess.
Although that's probably why that guy killed
that horse.
Yeah.
Oh man, at the end they show like a behind the scenes of specifically that scene, and they like have her like it's like an animatronic horse. And he just throws her off. She actually gets thrown off onto the ground.
That's funny.
Ooh.
I like that. Oh my god. And then Joel comes to the rescue, also finds that the bodies.
Oh yeah.
That was so
I didn't think
gross.
they'd show the bodies. They were so slimy.
They were slimy. They were putrid. It was really good, like as a cinematography scene. What is the word?
Cinematography.
Cinematic scene. God, my
Too
brain
many
farted.
syllables.
I know, right? Cinematic scene. But when the first like eating session with all the group and the people in Silver Lake, where they say the prayer and then immediately everybody digs into the bowl and it's just noise of the spoons and eating and everything.
Yeah.
Like, this is so, because at this point we know what it is.
Yeah.
They're like, it's venison, and the person preparing is like, this is not venison. And but then they just like chow down. I'm like, ugh.
Food is food.
So gross. Although at that point I'd be fine with eating a horse, so
fair enough. Better than the human.
I can't imagine it'd be very good, but
I guess frankly they were doomed in the first place. You can't be eating human like that.
True.
It's gonna rot all their brains.
That's right. That's just bound to go bad.
Yeah. Oh man, what's his name again? Kevin.
Who? David.
The guy.
David.
The guy. David.
David. Who the fuck is Kevin?
I don't know. I feel like there's a Kevin.
God.
Oh man, David. And every interaction with Ellie. Oh, red flags all around.
Oh my god, yeah.
every time he speaks to her, every time he looks at her, you can tell from the instance that his intentions are not clean.
Not at all.
And then he finally lays it all out to her. And for a second, it kind of looks like Ellie's falling for it. Because at the end of the day, she is just a 14-year-old girl, and Minnie would fall for it.
Yeah.
And they like do that thing, they like hold hands, and he breaks his fingers, and I love it.
Breaks his finger. That was so good.
Through sheer force of will.
That whole scene was really good, I thought.
Yeah.
The actor of David was really good.
Yeah.
Because it's... What's going on with my mouse?
Oh, no.
You have to act this character, the David character, in a way that is believable and uncomfortable, and the actor does it a great job. Because if it's not good, it's gonna be like, it's gonna look fake from the audience perspective.
Yeah.
Right. And so I just thought he did a great job, because nobody is comfortable watching this guy on screen, but that's the way it should be, right? We don't want to be, as like the makers of the show or whatever, they don't want the audience to be comfortable anytime he's on screen.
Yeah.
So I thought he did a great job.
Big uncomfy vibes.
Scott Shepherd is the name.
Yeah.
Really good.
There was also a cameo of original Joel.
Was there?
Yeah, he's the guy that gets a butcher knife to the neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's James Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that. That was neat. Also, I love that scene. That was so good.
Yeah.
Ellie's wailing into these guys, continually clowning on these guys. And just and a butcher knife a cleaver to the neck. What a way to go out.
Oh, how effective it was for her to be like, I'm infected.
That
really halts them. Because now they can't eat her.
Right.
And she bit Kevin. I mean, Brian.
Who was Kevin?
I don't know.
God, this is what is it, episode 15 where I said that wrong name when we were talking about that video game.
A Little Nightmare.
A Little Nightmare, and I kept saying the wrong name. God, who is Kevin?
Haunting my mind.
Yeah. And the sort of fight scene between David and Ellie was so good, where they start she throws the log and sets the place on fire.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
I like how he keeps looking back at it he knows he's livid at this point. But he also sees that this place is going up in flames. Really weighing his options. And he chose the wrong one.
He did. He absolutely did. Does not care. Decided that it's worth this place going down to either recruit or kill Ellie.
Yeah.
And I think
he was certain out to recruit her.
Yeah, he definitely
recruit being a nice word.
I know, right? Well, for a while, I think he did want them to join.
Oh yeah, he wanted her. He wanted her to be his little partner, little wife thing.
Grooming her like a YouTube star.
Yeah. Mr. Onision.
No, we're gonna get canceled.
Oh, he's gonna sue us.
Alleged grooming. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We're fine now. And I really enjoyed that it wasn't Joel the one to save Ellie. I like that Ellie did it on her own.
Yeah.
I like that Joel was attempting to making his way there and, killing people in the meantime. But I like that Ellie was able to sort it out for herself.
Yeah. No
it
damsel in distress here.
Right. It was a real character building moment, I thought. Although, boy, she sure wailed into David.
Oh, yeah.
He was dead on probably the third, stab, and she just kept going.
Made him unrecognizable.
Literally unrecognizable.
This episode, I thought it really exemplified the difference between this Joel and Ellie and the rest of the Joel and Ellies of the world. The pairs we keep meeting throughout the story and just hearing about in the background. This Joel and Ellie, they can survive without each other. They just don't want to. But every other pairing, one is dependent or they're codependent, and it ends up being their downfall.
Yeah. And, Joel and Ellie, they're doing all right on their own.
Unstoppable.
They just want to be together.
Yeah.
They trust each other. They love each other, obviously.
Oh, best friends for life.
How would you rate this episode?
I give it like a 10 out of 10. Really good atmosphere.
This was a 10 out of 10 for sure.
The scene with the place burning down, amazing.
I'll go out on a limb. Up until of the ones we've seen so far, up episode 8, this is the best episode.
Nice. Wow.
Of the season, I think.
High praise.
Yeah, it was so good. It was one thing that I thought was really good is that it was a self-contained story.
Yeah.
Right? Like they need help, they get help, they go find this town. The town has its own story, and then they kind of leave the town after ruining it.
Yeah, ending it.
Right. But the self-contained story was really good.
It was.
It didn't drag on too long. It didn't have any dull parts. It was just really well done, I thought.
It was, yeah.
It was exciting and interesting.
Bella Ramsey is really good at showing fear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when I've said it before, but like the noises that she makes when she's afraid are so genuine. Like the first time when Ellie's running out of the house after she just killed David and Joel comes up behind her and like grabs her.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's me. The noises she's making of that, I was getting goosebumps.
Yeah, anxious. Made me anxious.
It really did. I'm like, she is, such a good actor.
Yeah.
Although Bella Ramsey uses gender neutral pronouns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're an amazing
They're a great actor. It took me a second because I think that's just recently been announced.
Yeah. They announced it like after the show dropped.
Right, a couple episodes after actually. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another win for Bella Ramsey.
Look at them go.
Yeah, but yeah, really good actor. Like very genuine and very believable, which is very important.
Yeah.
Same thing I was saying about Scott Shepherd playing David is very believable. So. Yeah, shout out to another W episode for Bella. Really good. This was 10 out of 10. Probably my favorite episode so far. Yeah. Well, definitely my favorite episode so far.
Wow.
Really fun. Next episode, though.
The last episode.
The Last of Us.
Look for the light.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This one, pretty much like shortly after the aftermath of last episode, Bella. Oh, let's call them Bella. Ellie's all messed up, obviously.
At least you didn't call him Kevin.
And now Joel's become the one that's doing all the talking.
Yeah, he obviously knows something was wrong with Ellie.
Yeah. And he's trying to, like, cheer them up, cheer her up. Get her to do her, like, usual banter. But she's just not in the mood.
Yeah, they both start to realize that the journey that they set out to do is quickly coming to an end.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of them really know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. Ellie's processing her grief with what just happened in the previous town, plus all the feelings that has been brought up from thinking about Riley again.
Yeah.
A lot of emotional and complex feelings there. And then also processing that this journey is quickly coming to a close.
Yeah.
A lot to go through for a 14-year-old.
Incredibly.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But the one thing that does cheer Ellie up is a giraffe.
That giraffe was real, by the way.
Oh, I was going to say that. Everyone thought it was CGI, but it was real.
Everyone thought it was CGI, and it was real.
Giraffes are just freaks.
Yeah. That was... Did you see the tongue on that thing?
I did. I was like, oh, God. No wonder everyone thought it was CGI. It don't look right.
Yeah, Bella Ramsey, I think it was either on Instagram or Twitter. I think it was Twitter. Posted a picture of them and the giraffe.
Yeah.
And it was like love at first sight or whatever. And I'm like, that is really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, really neat. I liked that little scene.
Yeah. And it really broke the ice for him.
Yeah. It kind of put a lot of things at ease to Ellie's mind. That there's still good things out in the world and, Oh, was this was the episode where we hear Joel's sort of story, right?
Yeah, after the giraffe, Joel shares how he got that nick on that head.
I'll be honest, did not see that coming.
Oh, not at all.
No. That was really interesting too. I thought Pedro Pascal did a good delivery of that.
He did. I didn't even see it coming. I really thought it was just some idiot missed.
Right. Well, I thought it was going to be something like with Fedra.
Yeah.
Right, like right after Sarah was killed or something, there was another brawl or
altercation.
Or whatnot. I thought it was going to be something simple, and it really was not simple.
Not at all.
And it was like 2 days after Sarah's death, he tried to murk himself.
Yep.
And flinched,
one little
as he
flinch.
said. Yeah. Hell of a flinch. I'll be honest.
Bit more than a flinch if you really think about it.
Well, yeah. Although, depending on like what gun he's using, it could have some serious recoil, especially if you're turning it around at you.
Perhaps.
So, but yeah, obviously, hell of a flinch either way. I think that was a good scene to have in the show.
I thought so too.
Simply put, for many reasons that we don't need to go into, but really good.
You just gotta look at it.
It was just a well done scene from every perspective, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
Really well done. So, and then they kind of get to the hospital. That's the next most interesting part.
Nah, they get captured.
Well, yeah, but they get to the hospital.
It's a fire. They take
Who cares how they get captured? Because it's not even really captured. It's just
they flashbanged them.
Well, yeah, but they didn't know who they were, and immediately it's not like when Joel woke up that he was in restraints or whatever.
I suppose
He was in a hospital bed. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we flashbanged you.
My bad.
We didn't know Patrol didn't know who you were."
Two of them clearly having a great time and like, nah, it's sus. Take them down.
Shout out to Joel and Ellie for getting across the country unscathed, where Marlene said she lost like half of her group.
Yeah. They just didn't have it.
She had 5 guys just to protect her and like lost a bunch of them anyways.
Yeah, I think she lost all 5 of them.
Yeah, and she still almost died. Incredible. I will not be traveling with them.
I know, right? I'll stick with Joel and Ellie.
Yeah. And then Joel literally goes all John Wick on the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
We find out that in order to procure a cure, Ellie will have to die because the cordyceps have been sort of trained with inside herself to think that she is a cordyceps, and cordyceps develop in the brain.
That reminds me. The show did the thing that I thought it would, and it retconned Curie what made Ellie immune.
Oh, well, do tell.
Okay, so in the games, Ellie, they're a lot more vague about why Ellie is immune, but they suspect that it's just like it's a part of her. It's built into her. They're vague about it, but regardless, she still has to die for it to be transferred around.
I knew that. Yeah.
They wanted to cut her open to see why. Right. And then they would work from there.
Yeah, I knew that.
And they wanted to make a vaccine. And that the fact that they said vaccine and it's like, it's not framed in a way, it's either framed in a way that the Fireflies don't know what they're doing, or they just say, or their doctor isn't qualified for this job because you can't vaccinate a fungal infection.
Right.
And that is why most people at the end of the game sided with Joel. Because it means there's no 50-50 chance, basically. It was a 0% chance because you can't vaccinate it. Right. And that means they didn't have the people they needed to actually save the day. Right. But in the show, they, we forgot to talk about the flashback. What flashback? It opens with a flashback. Which, by the way, it shows the original Ellie. It shows the birth of new Ellie.
I forgot about that. Well, yeah. Anyways, finish your thought, and then we'll go back to the flashback.
Yeah. But now in the show, they didn't even address this on the remake. Now in the show, it's that Ellie was born infected, but it was so light or something that it basically grew with her, and the infection is held inside the brainstem, and those cells they emit the message that this person's already infected, so don't attack them again. Mm-hmm. So the new plan is to rip out Ellie's spinal cord and brain, take those cells, duplicate them, and to distribute them to the rest of the world. Yep. Ending the apocalypse and saving everyone from the mushrooms.
Yep. I appreciate that they actually made a reason and not just some like offhanded vague response. even if it does change a little bit about the meaning of the video game or whatever, but I thought it was good.
Yeah. Now it is 50-50.
Right.
At least.
Now it is 50-50. Which is probably more than that because how trained are really these doctors, honestly.
Right.
So it's probably
I know. Also,
in Ellie's favor.
I'll save it for that because it's related to Joel's rampage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the flashback with Ashley Johnson, who voiced Ellie in the video game.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
I'm looking at Ashley Johnson and I'm like, why do you look so familiar? Well, I'm like, oh, that's Ellie.
Yeah, it sure was. I noticed her right away because I've seen Ashley Johnson in quite a few different things.
Ooh.
So noticed that right away. Clicked. What'd you think of that flashback?
Oh, I thought it was a cool scene, and naturally, that scene's not in the game.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be.
And
considering she's in the video game.
I think it's cool, fascinating, even that they act like they act like the circumstances of Ellie's immunity was not replicable. If you're willing to sacrifice a 14-year-old girl to make like one copy of your potential cure, surely you could have sacrificed some more pregnant women and put them in that scenario and made more Ellies.
Well, the mom, Anna, I think her name was, Ashley Johnson's character, told Marlene that she cut it off before she got infected.
But I don't think that's true.
But, no, it obviously wasn't true, but that's what Marlene knows.
Yeah.
So Marlene's not thinking, oh, this is we can recreate this by doing XYZ, right?
You're saying she never came to the conclusion that was a lie.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's even more the case that she's going to believe that it's true because that was her best friend.
Yeah.
So why, in this case, would she lie? Obviously, you could look at it the case, well, it's her kid. Of course she's going to lie.
Yeah.
But, Marlene's not thinking about it that way.
Yeah, she's got to execute her best friend, and now she's got a baby.
Exactly. She's got greater things to worry about at the time. And at any point the kid shows signs of being infected, you just throw it away.
Blast them.
Prom night dumpster baby. So there's really no recourse for Marlene taking the kid other than having to feed it.
Yeah. Man, I wonder what the cordyceps does with like newborn babies, like and toddlers. Like
it turns them into like evil Jack from The Incredibles.
Yeah, they're just crawling around but wrong.
Oh man. Speaking of cordyceps, this is a tangent, by the way. I have an herb garden. I'm propagating my plants. And so I cut some of them off and you put them in water. And then when they grow stems, you can replant them.
Right.
And I'm looking at it. I'm just getting freaked out by the stems. And I'm like, these plants are infected.
They look like the tendrils.
They literally look like the tendrils. One of them especially, because it's a very thick stem that I cut off of. And so it's growing upwards, not out. Ugh. And I'm like, ugh, disgusting. I don't like this. Yeah. I'm like, ugh, gross.
Oh, bad.
Anyways, yeah, so, right. So I don't think Marlene's thinking that we could recreate this. So nobody really has any of the knowledge. All the knowledge of what happened tied with the mom.
Yeah. What a shame.
Yeah, indeed. Shout out to Marlene for getting there on time before the mom Ashley Johnson has to like bite her kid.
Devour her own baby.
That would have been a really unfortunate scene.
Indeed.
So yeah, now we flash back forward to Joel's rampage, which you want to talk about.
Oh, do you want to go?
No, go ahead. It's all you.
Okay. So I hear about this rampage. I didn't get to this point of the game. Obviously. But I see comments talking about this moment. And you get to see like how the players felt about this like moment. In the game at least. And it was more like it was a rampage. It was like it was an action set piece.
Yeah, it was.
But in the show, this was like it's an execution. It
is.
It
is.
It's somber. It's not actiony. It's not fun.
No, it's upsetting more than anything.
You can see, and he's taking them out. And he's making his way upstairs, and he's seeing that he's getting worse and worse guns because the people he's now killing are like more and more helpless, just random people who are now just in his way.
Yeah, they go from like military guards to civilians with weapons to defend themselves.
Yeah, he's just got like a pistol by the end of it.
Yeah, and the scene where he kills the doctor.
Oh yeah,
he's like dead inside.
Yeah, full.
Right, like he's got there's no life in his eyes. The voice is completely hushed and monotone. There's nothing, like he is
not an ounce of hesitation.
He's not happy with himself.
He gives his command. Doctor says no. Blast.
Yeah. He is clearly not happy with himself or like what he's doing, and he probably knows it. But his drive and love for Ellie, outweighs it all.
Yeah, and this new way that Ellie is immune, new reason, and the new way to spread the cure around, it is now, even if they make another Ellie, it's damn near impossible now to even get the cure made because he killed like maybe the one guy left in the world who has like the qualifications to know what to do.
Yeah, the chances of finding another doctor that could do that are probably close to chances of finding another Ellie.
Another neurologist that also happened to specialize in mushrooms.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty rough. So not sure what's going to happen there. That was interesting. Love the rampage scene though.
Yeah.
Loved it in a this is tragic point of view.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Joel.
He killed everyone in the game. There's still people like left to like shoot at you. I'm like, oh, he's getting away. There's no one in the show except for like those two nurses.
Yep. And what are they going to do?
Yeah.
They were shitting their pants in the operating room. What are they going to do? Joel didn't kill them, not because he couldn't, just because he didn't need to.
Yeah, they were going to stop him. They weren't even going to look his way.
Yeah. They were doing nothing. And we get to Marlene's scene.
We do. Oh my God.
I knew what was happening the second she rounded the corner.
Oh, she tries to stop him, talk him down, but it doesn't work.
And she starts to lower her gun too, and that's
she thinks she thinks he's like seeing that he's done wrong.
Yeah, I like that. I like how she put it though. She's like, even after all you've done, we can still fix this.
Yeah. Oh, but actually flashes forward back to the car, and it's almost like a traumatic flashback as they go back through it. He's like that upset about killing Marlene.
Yeah. Yep. And it's a big deal because she was a high-ranking member of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
So, but his point is very true. Like, if he leaves Marlene alive, she's gonna come after him.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, there's no way around that.
Yeah, there was an interesting touch to this scene, because Joel he misses the lethal shot just like Ellie missed the lethal shot all those episodes ago, and that doesn't happen in the game, and he has to go back and shoot Marlene again. Yeah,
that's a rough one.
Yeah.
And she's begging for him to let him live.
Yeah, like I promise I'll let it go. I know you won't though.
Yeah, it just can't happen. And then we get to go to the hike, and they're right outside the town where Tommy lives.
Yep. And Ellie can tell that something's off. Something's off about Joel's story.
She feels it deep down that something's not quite right. Like, clearly there's not tons of people like me.
Yeah, or else this wouldn't have been such a big deal. Or I would have heard about them.
Exactly. Marlene would have said something.
They didn't make news.
Or I would have heard about something after. Right.
In the last 6 months or so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Has
it been like 6 months to a year?
It's been closer to a year, I think, but I think it's like 8 months or maybe. But
yeah.
Because there was one that was just like 4 months of travel.
Oh, yeah.
There was from one destination to another. I forget which one, but.
And this is when.
Anyways.
I think this is when she tells him about Riley. What happened with him.
told about Riley, and then she's like, swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
Yeah. And he swears.
So is this scene different in the game?
It's about exactly the same.
Okay, so there's a different point where she finds out.
Yeah. That'll be in season 2.
Right. Okay. Because I know I've seen the scene from the game where she finds out.
Yeah.
Or where she confronts Joel or whatever. Yeah. So I was expecting it here.
I see.
Obviously not knowing where that scene from the game was in relation to where we are in the show.
Yeah. Many years later, where it had time to fester and turn into an argument.
Yeah, that makes it a lot worse. So we're looking forward to that in season 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. What'd you think of this episode? Rating it?
10 out of 10.
This was a 9 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
Just because it was slightly, maybe 9.5. It was slightly less good than the first one. Or than the previous one, I mean. But still really good.
Yeah.
Still really, really good. Now, what would you rate this season 1 of Last of Us as a whole?
Season 1, it can have its 10 out of 10. I think I gave 2 episodes total, 10 out of 10, and the rest was like 9. I think there was like 7.5 at the lowest.
Yeah, I think my lowest was a 7 maybe, or 6.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I even told, I remember saying it wasn't even because it was bad or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that lead-up episode.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like it was a good episode, but it was mostly just like building up to the next episode.
I can see why this game got so many awards. It's how it was so critically acclaimed.
Shit. No shit. I will. Okay, so my rating, by the way, is a 9.5 or 9.5. Yeah.
Ooh.
Out of 10. I can't give it a 10 out of 10, just because I will not do it.
If you're an animal.
Well, it doesn't deserve it.
Oh.
It's very good, and I highly recommend it. Obviously, but I think my favorite thing that has come out of the show, the recognition of how incredible some story video games are.
Oh, yeah.
And that people are finally realizing that, like, all of this great story of the show came from a video game and what video games are capable of and sort of the impact they can have. And I think that has been a long time coming.
I saw the stupidest TikTok related to this.
Let me hear it.
She's like an author, and she's like a super popular book talk creator. So her whole thing is like reading books, good stories. And she made a post, like, I was going like, I can't believe you guys have been gatekeeping video games from us this whole time. I didn't know they were capable of such good, complex stories. Like, go fuck yourself.
God.
You read books for a living, and you thought video games have been going on for almost 80 years now without ever evolving?
Yeah. God. They're just like, every video game from it is just Pong.
Yeah.
It's just Frogger and Pong.
And Mario.
With better graphics. It falls into those 3 categories: Frogger, Pong, and Mario.
Absolutely ridiculous. It makes me so mad.
Yeah. It's
I think it's the wording that pisses
ridiculous.
me off, the word gatekeeping. We've been telling you video games are good for ages now.
Yeah. And we've been saying you don't have to like video games to like them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to play them. That's the thing.
Especially now.
They have good story on the... Yeah, especially in the last 10 years. You don't have to play them to enjoy them.
Yeah, you can watch someone else.
The amount of people that just... Exactly. The amount of people just consume video games via Let's Plays or in stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. No excuse.
Like, the 3 of us just consumed God of War through Little Jack.
Through one guy. It's not our fault that you guys are snobs who wouldn't give video games a chance.
Absolutely true. But I like the, and that just sort of proves my point, is that the idea that video games have something to contribute other than just time wasters is becoming more and more apparent. It'll take a while for it to, like, you know, for that to be entirely mainstream, but it's getting there.
It kind of reminds me of back when Detroit Become Human came out. And then there was controversy because the game included child abuse, and they were like, and you weren't the player, you weren't the one inflicting the child abuse either. You were watching it happen through cutscenes.
Yeah.
And people were acting like, oh, you can't put a child abuse in a video game. That means you just like abusing children. I'm like, what?
Right. It's like the moms that say you can't play a violent video game because it'll make you violent.
And they turn around and watch.
It's like anything you play is intrinsically related to your character.
Yeah.
And just like, oh man, you like setting landmines and blowing up aliens. That means you're a terrorist.
It's gonna corrupt the youth.
The youths. Got to protect them at all costs.
Oh man.
Well, very excited for season 2 of The Last of Us. That's coming out late 2024. Most likely, though, 2025.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, very good. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are both set to come back.
Oh, lovely.
Reprise their roles, as well as develop more storyline from season 2. And I heard as well some branching storylines as well. Ooh. So Abby most likely coming on, if you're familiar with Last of Us 2.
I've got 2 years now to play Last of Us 2.
Well, 2, probably 3.
Oh no!
No, I guess 2. No, I guess you're right. 2. I'm still
They're gonna spring a third one on me.
Oh, they would too. All right, let's move right into Rain's question of the week.
Yeah. Today's question of the week is ass, thighs, or titties? I'm not reading that edition.
Do you read it? It's part of the question.
Or feet if you are Lucas.
What? No.
Yep.
That's not what it says. It says or feet if you're Wolf.
Trying to slander me.
All right. Well, for both our sakes, we'll get rid of it. The question: ass, thighs, or titties? Wolf, take it away. What would you think?
Thighs. No contest.
What?
Yeah. Just look at them.
Okay. Well, now I need elaboration.
What is there to elaborate on? They're soft but firm. They're there. They're right where the action. They lead right into the action.
They're there. That is a very dangerous statement to make. They're there. Oh man, the amount of things I could say to that would get me canceled. Too many.
The way there's a wide variety of clothing you can slap on top of them of various eroticism.
True.
They're great.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I'm an ass man.
Wow.
Let's be honest. Yeah, it's there. You know, I've got 2 hands. I might as well use them. 1 cheek per hand.
2 legs.
You can slap it. They bounce.
Some of them bounce.
Well, yeah. Well, the good ones bounce. You know? What's not to like? Yeah. They look good in a variety of clothing, like you said.
Listen, I can accept that it attaches to the thighs.
That's right. What's not to like about the thighs? Well, so what's next for you? Are you is ass next after that?
Actually, finally, it'd be titties.
Oh, really? Oh, damn. Well, that's fair. Fair enough. So your ranking is the thighs, titties, ass.
Yeah.
I think I'm ass, thighs, titties.
Ass, thighs, titties. That's fair.
You know, I'm a simple man.
What a cordial discussion for once.
Yeah, I know, right? A very civilized discussion. You know, it's not often that you get these civilized questions from your ridiculous. But here we go. All right, Wolf, take it away.
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode.
Oh wait, surely Rain is a feet.
Okay,
right.
Teeth.
Rain's the feet. Where do you rate calves, by the way? Are you
calves?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that like calves.
I don't like calves. I don't feel special way about them.
Well, for similar reasons that people like thighs, calves are also desirable, I guess.
I suppose. A very big meaty calf.
Yeah, it don't really do anything for me, but I just had to ask because it's a common occurrence among thighs.
Belly button before I picked calves.
All right, freak, you calm down. Get 10,000 feet away from me.
Oh, look who wants the 10,000 feet.
Oh, shit. No.
Rucked right into it.
Destroyed.
Thank you for watching episode 66 of You're Ridiculous. If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons and hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you are watching on a podcast website, be sure to hit the plus and give us 5 stars to support the show. If you want to follow us across the internet, you can at the ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Lucas at 7angry_wasp with an E. And you can follow me at Rainbow Does without the W. We hope to see you guys all again next week. Until then, say goodbye.
What happens if they didn't like it?
They should hit like anyways and then submit a request so we can get to it, like an IT ticket. And we will go from there.
It'll sit in our inbox forever. Goodbye!